Welcome to another edition of Tribulation Ready Survival. I'm Michael, and today we're going to have a project of a hobo stove. We've already done a project of a rocket hobo stove, and it works okay. But the original hobo stove works probably a little bit better. Maybe. Let's find out. And today, for this project, we're going to need a brown Sharpie, a number 10 can, multiplier, this is going to come in handy. If you want gloves, that'll work too, and a drill. Now this is the drill bit that I happen to have in here. I'm just going to go ahead and use it. You can use as big a small one as you want to, but I'm going to use it to drill along the bottom here all the way around, here and the top, in 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch distances all the way around to provide airflow. And I'm also going to mark in here a place for me to feed sticks. So I'm going to call this the dog house because that's what it's going to look like. So I'll mark this out with my Sharpie, generally how I want it to go. I'm going to leave a little bit of a lip here, and when I leave this lip, that's going to help stuff not fall out. Okay, but this is just for airflow. Somewhere right in here. Okay? Now, this is my multi-tool. I've had this since 2006. It was a replacement. This baby's awesome. I use it and abuse it, and it just keeps going. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my multi-tool, because you may not have all, when you want to make one of these, you may not have all the tools you want. So I'm going to poke a little hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a little hole in it right here. Just like that. And work it down just a little bit. Okay, try not to cut towards yourself. Poke this down. Now, remember, this is a hobo stove, man. This isn't the world's greatest fire stove. It's a stove that you can make out of a number 10 can. And number 10 cans you can find pretty much anywhere. And what I'm going to do, start peeling this out. I may just bend this in, or I may just cut this off. Let's go ahead and cut this off. Cut it right there. I'm going to take this little sharp corner and I'm going to bend it down. Just like that. So this is what you got. It's not too bad. Now, it's time to drill some holes. A whole lot of them. Just like that. We'll be back as soon as I'm done drilling all these holes around the bottom and the top. Alright, so we're back. And so here's what I've done. I've drilled holes within a ½ inch or so, inch, ½ inch, whatever. A bunch of them, all the way around the top and around the bottom, all the way here. Okay? So be careful with your when you're handling this because you've drilled holes on it. The inside may have some burrs. Okay, this is a hobo stove, guys. This is not glamour survival stuff. Okay, this is rudimentary. I made something and now I can cook on it. That's why I found something in the trash and I made it into a place where I can have a fairly decent fire. But a hobo stove is designed to be able to cook basically out of garbage. You find these in the trash everywhere. But it's going to allow your fire to not be seen, and it's going to allow you to cook with a pan on the top of it. And so we are ready to go. Let's see what we can do. As in the previous video, we're going to boil about 2 cups of water. Sorry, the neighbor's dog is going to be loud, but we're going to boil 2 cups of water on top of our hobo stove. I'm going to use one of my Uber matches to get this baby going, and we will see how long it takes to get this water boiling to a rolling boil. Last time was over 20 minutes. Almost exactly the same conditions as there were the other day. There's a breeze blowing from the north. Alright, the flames are nice and high. We're going to start the boiling water now. We'll see how hot this one gets because I'm going to install a thermometer in the side of this one too. Okay. Can we get that up a little bit there? There we go. We're pushing 600 degrees. Plenty of ventilation through the bottom. Through the top. We're going to look around on the side here. Got a nice bed of coals started in there. Ventilation from the bottom. And this is the original hobo stove versus the rocket stove. We'll be back in just a few minutes once we figure out how hot it's going to get and how long it's going to take to boil. Okay, so here's what I don't like about the original hobo stove. You see that right there on the side? Right, I'm going to point to it. See how that lip is? it tends to let ashes fall out the side. Whereas when you have the rocket stove, which you have the can that comes out right here, that doesn't happen very often. But you get ashes that can fall out. If you have a hard surface, it'd be alright. But if you've got grass or something you're doing this on, then you've got an issue. But I've got water right next to me, just in case things get out of hand. But I don't like my ashes falling out of my fire pit. So you got to keep maintaining it like you do the other one. And keep a good eye on it with some water. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a winner. I don't know if you can see that. We have a rolling boil. We got a good rolling boil. Okay, well that ends part 2 and the end of my Hobo Stove series. Still going to do some rocket stoves, some more rocket stoves. We will do that here in the coming weeks or months.